Put the fucking mic on.
You're now listening to Almost Rich.
Because you make a lot of money and you're really good at your job.
I don't know if it's a lot of money. It's an appropriate amount of money.
Almost Famous.
My mom had to sit me down and say, listen, there's no such major as famous, so can you figure your life out and get a real job?
With Bridget Linton and Betsy P. on the Land on Demand.
Sounds.
Let's do our little Rob.
Did you see that?
Yeah, it's on.
Oh. Okay. 1,
3,
2, 1.
Cheers! Welcome to Almost Rich, Almost Famous with Bets and Bridge, aka the Type A Traveler, Betsy, and the Spontaneous Traveler, which is me, the Almost
Obviously.
Famous Taff. We are back here in Cleveland. We're back in studio. We took ourselves a little West Coast trip. I was so proud of Betsy for being spontaneous. I myself had to spend a little bit more money than I typically do. So if you did not listen to our last episode, I suggest you go back and listen because this episode is not going to make sense if you didn't. But what I learned from our West Coast trip is you get what you pay for.
Sure do. And what differences did you see between your Priceline budget trips and this trip that we just took?
Okay, well, I'm still not hating on my whole Priceline.com, Orbitz.com,
I'm not
typical
either.
strategy. But I will say the whole hey, you get a room for $75 a night, but we're going to pick one out of these three. Typically, I always get the shittiest one. So that weird airport hotel.
It's how that works. It's how
Yeah,
Priceline works. They're always going to give you the least expensive one that no one wants. That's just like what it is. So I took matters into my own hands
Yeah.
this trip.
I was just trying
And
to
thank
prepare.
you.
I was trying to prepare for our Vegas trip. I just wanted to take a little gamble. And you said, no, bitch. I'm taking control. I'm booking our hotels this time.
Okay, and so let's just take a little recap down memory lane and discuss where did we stay in LA and what were your thoughts? 1 out of 5. Rate it 1 out of 5, the hotel we stayed at.
I'm actually going to give it 5 stars.
Me too.
It was
lovely.
beautiful. We stayed at the Hollywood Roosevelt in West Hollywood. Honestly, the area wasn't the best. There's Hollywood Boulevard, which is amazing.
Right.
We're pulling up, and I'm sitting there thinking, Betsy, you were hating on my Priceline situation. This doesn't look that much better until we pulled into the valet and walked in, saw the pictures of all the stars, and I felt at home. This is where I belong.
So Marilyn Monroe stayed there for a significant amount of time.
Her ghost still stays there.
I know, which we learned a lot about, which is exciting. We never saw Marilyn. We were too drunk at night.
Yeah, well, and I did not want to go finding her either.
Yeah.
There's a specific spot in this hotel where supposedly she comes out at night and you see her in a mirror, and I'm like, I'm not dealing with that.
So Bridget and I pull up to check in, and they're like, your room's not ready, but for $100 a night more, we can give you this upgrade. And I, of course, I'm like, well, huh? Yeah, we need the upgrade for sure. I don't know what it is, but I know we need it. And Bridget's like, are you sure? Are you sure?
Well, I'm still thinking that. And I'm like, well, wait a minute.
Oh, you are? Right now?
Yeah.
Even to this day?
Well, I was like, we discussed, it's so crazy that your brain is automatically well, yeah, early check-in in an upgraded room, why not? And I'm like, well, hold on a minute. What extra things are we getting? Is it really worth the extra $100 a night?
Oh my God.
And so she looks at me and is like, listen, I'll take care of the extra fee. We're doing it. Thank you. Here's my card. And I'm like, oh my gosh, here we are. This
Bridget,
is why we're still almost rich and almost famous.
She literally wants to sit there at reception and discuss, okay, let's weigh the pros and cons. What is it that we're getting in this room that's not in this room? Who cares? It's an upgrade and we can get in right now.
I don't know, Betsy. I feel like more people are going to agree with me on this. You gotta think it out a little bit more.
Cheapskates.
I know. Well, if they were sitting here talking about me being the spontaneous one, when it comes to that shit, you're like, yeah, here it is. Here's my card. I'm like, well, that was a spontaneous decision just to get an upgraded room real quick.
Well, so anyway, we loved the Hollywood Roosevelt. We had such a nice time. It's on Hollywood Boulevard again, which is a little sketch. It smells like pee, smells like vomit, but we found a bunch of stars that we thought were cool, like Britney Spears. We looked for Eminem. He doesn't have one. Sorry, I know.
I will start that campaign here soon.
Okay, great.
Doesn't even make sense.
The location was great. The pool was fantastic.
Beautiful.
We had a lovely time at the Hollywood Roosevelt. All thanks to me.
Yeah. Okay, fine, whatever. I'll give you the credit. I might be poor, but it's fine.
It's fine.
It was worth every penny.
We won't be for long.
But, okay, so we had a fantastic time in LA, just living that almost rich, almost famous lifestyle, going to fancy restaurants, walking around the beach. We really hit up a lot of the spots in LA. So then it comes to the weekend, and I'm thinking, okay, well, should we stay in LA? Should we go somewhere else? What? So we decided, why not go to Vegas?
So we went to Vegas, and we caught a lot more traffic than we thought we were going to. So we ended up getting to Vegas pretty late.
Really?
And Bridget's like, yeah, like there's like a Best Western. That looks nice.
Well,
it's very economical. It was
like $130 for the night. I'm like, perfect. And we're just sleeping.
So that's, okay. So like, this is the problem. This is the problem with you. Like, you're the type of person who literally thinks like, it's a room. We're just sleeping there. That's like what I thought when I was like 17 and had zero money. I like was still living off my parents. I had zero money at that point. And I was like, yeah, who cares? We're just sleeping here. Now it's a lot more than that. We're sleeping there, but we have to spend time there. It's uncomfortable. I don't want to stay at the Best Western. I'm sick of you always trying to do that to me. So I say,
well, okay,
let's just try to check in early.
Well, but I understand that. But in my defense, we're getting there so late. I mean, it's basically midnight. Like, we are literally sleeping. We can wake up in the morning, go to the hotel we already booked, and this is where Betsy battles me and says, yeah, or we could just go to the hotel we're already staying at Saturday and Sunday. That way, we don't have to move our stuff. We don't have to check out, check in. We're just already there. So she's got me going there. And I'm like, all right, well, how much more is it to book, like, the day of? She tells me the price. I almost fell out of my chair. I said, absolutely not. We're not doing that. And she's like, well, no, I mean, I'll just pay majority of it. I'm like, well, no, I don't want you to do that either. And she's like, I just feel like it makes the most sense. Even our friends that were in LA were like, yeah, I don't know, Betsy, that seems like a lot. I'm like, okay, good. I got people on my side. Well, guess what? We show up at the Wynn in Las Vegas. Beautiful hotel.
Oh, it's so pretty.
The guy gives us the price, and Betsy's like, we'll take it. I'm like, you know what? I just can't win. I cannot win with this almost rich half.
Well, in your defense, you did try to check in early. At midnight.
Okay, so actually I thought, you know what?
It was a good thought, but it had been done before, he told us.
Well, I thought I was being very smart. So again, we get in there like 12:03 a.m. So right after midnight. So I say, hi, so we're booked here for tomorrow, aka today, and Sunday. Is it okay if we just do an early check-in since it's technically already Saturday?
Bridget said technically probably 47 times when we said this. She's like, well, technically,
it is Saturday.
It is Saturday.
And he's like, I understand what you're saying, but like you're getting a bonus night. Like people have tried this, doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
And I'm like,
$600.
So it's not going to work for me either. And he's like, no, but what I can do is give you 20% off. And I'm like, great. What's the total? He's like, $589. And I'm like, oh, no. And Betsy's like, great, we'll take it. I'm like, here we are again. Here we are again. New city, same shit.
All right, so we make our way upstairs, and I'm reassuring Bridget the whole way up. It's fine. It's okay.
It'll money.
Be great. It's just money. That's what I like to say.
It's just money. We work
just
really
money.
hard.
Yeah.
We have the money.
Right.
Why not spend it?
Right.
And that's why you're still almost rich.
Anyway, stop putting that out there. All right, I am rich at this point, so let's just keep that going.
You are.
Okay, so we walk up to the room, and I turn on the lights. I press the button that says all on. All the lights turn on, the backlighting in the bathroom, the shades open on their own, the TV turns on, it says, welcome, Miss Pouliers.
I was a little offended my name wasn't on it. I'm like, hey, I'm in this too.
But, I mean, if that's not service.
No. And when the shades opened,
Ugh.
It was the most beautiful view of Vegas. And so I did. My eyes lit up like a little puppy. I was like, wow, would you look at this? The bright lights. Look at this bed. I'm like, Betsy, they gave us robes. I'm like putting on the robe. I'm like, look at this shampoo and conditioner. It's like salon quality. I'm like a little kid. Like, wow, look at this. I'm like, look at these snacks. And she's like, okay, we'll stay away from the snacks. They're probably $50 a bag of Cheez-Its. I'm like jumping in the bed. And she's like, well, I mean, it is like night. I mean, Vegas never sleeps. So what do you want to do tonight? I'm like, sleep in this bed. Put on this room
forever
and never leave. And she's like, see, bitch, and you wanted to go stay at the Best Western for $130.
That's $600, well worth it.
It was. So we ordered ourselves a pizza, a bottle of wine, because why not? At that point, I'm like, hey, we've already spent this much money. Might as well keep it going and live this lifestyle.
So I need to let people know that I left the wine ordering up to you, right?
Yeah.
So like the whole menu's on the TV, and I'm like in the bathroom. I'm like doing whatever I'm doing, and I'm like, Bridge, just get us 2 glasses of wine. You got us the most expensive wine on the menu.
Well,
You were just really feeling yourself.
I was really feeling myself. And I'm like, you know what? It's either $10 for a not so great wine or $18 for a real great wine. At this point, we already spent $600 tonight. What's $8 more bucks
What do
a
we
glass?
care? Yeah, I agree.
And now we weren't even hungry. And I'm like, well, might as well throw a pizza in there while we're at it. We're already in our robes. We can eat in bed, watch a little TV.
I'm really happy.
Snuggle.
I'm really happy I got to see you evolve. This is really good. Like, I think we're really making progress with you.
I agree.
We're finally adults. We don't need to stay at the Best Western anymore.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be like a reoccurring thing. Like, we can't go on like trips every weekend and do this. But once in a great while, yes. So much so I was feeling myself that when we woke up, I said, well, what do you want to do? I'm like, well, let's go to the pool. Let's go grab a drink. We went to go grab a drink. I ordered myself a glass of Veuve.
And for those of you who don't know what Veuve is, it's like crazy fancy champagne to the point where Bridget's breakfast, which is one glass of champagne, costs her $35.
Yeah, well, again, well
No
worth it.
tax, no tip.
Well, I'm not going to be drinking Andres while I'm in Vegas after staying in a fancy hotel. I saved that shit for Cleveland.
You really went all out.
I did. God, who am I?
I know. I kind of liked it. It made me feel really at home.
It did, and I feel like I got to be a little bit more similar to you, but throughout this trip we realized we are still very opposite.
Well, we did, because so the hotel we were staying at is crazy high fashion stores, and it was painful for me.
And did you know this going into
No,
it? Like, I'm
I
going to purposely
didn't.
book us here and make Bridget like go spend more money, which I didn't.
No, which I didn't end up either. But like, it was painful. As we're walking through our hotel, there's a Chanel, there's a Gucci, there's a Louis Vuitton. There's like the craziest high-end stores that at that point we weren't really able to spend that extra cash at those stores. But it was really hard for me to walk through there and not buy anything.
And for me, I'm walking by and I'm like, well, what? It's stupid. And you're like, oh my gosh, like that one diamond store, you were like dying
Oh my God,
inside.
I was like crying outside,
And I was
like hands on like the window glass, like like fingertips rolling down. Fuck.
And I was
I
like,
hate my life.
I was like, well, why do you need that? You're, what do you mean? Look at them. I'm like, yeah, I know, but like you don't need it.
So all of this brings us to our next versus battle,
Yeah.
which is balling on a budget, me, versus just being on a budget, you over there. Except for on this trip. This is the first time you've literally ever done this.
I know. But in everyday life and typical trips, I usually put my foot down, but I let you take charge this time, which I have no regrets. It was worth it.
I'm happy to hear that. Like, literally, I've asked Bridget since we've been there, like, what was your favorite part of our whole trip? And your response is, like, laying in the bed at the hotel.
in that damn robe. God, I am going to call the Wynn and be like, I don't care how much it costs. Can you send me one of those robes?
What do you care? Like, you spent
At this
your
point-
life savings at the Wynn. Like, just keep it coming.
I mean, I actually probably have. If you send me one more damn Venmo request for, like, more charges of that trip, I'm like, okay, is this trip ever ending? We were gone for 4 days. I literally spent, like, my whole bank account. I don't know. Again,
it was worth it.
The memories will live on forever.
They sure will. All right, let's take it from the top. So,
Yeah.
all right, we're going to go through. In the past, we've done a bunch of these episodes. The wedding episode, if you remember, what was our last one that we just did?
The difference
The
between
traveling.
planning for traveling.
Right.
Yes.
So Bridget versus me, and we thought the next best one would be just personal maintenance and shopping and all of that. So we're going to go through. We're literally going to take it from the top.
Yeah.
And when I say the top, we're going to talk about the differences in our hair.
Yeah. Which, like, we actually have similar hair when it comes, like, texture and all that stuff. However, I think you take a little bit better care of yours.
Well, I get mine done because I can't fathom the thought of washing and drying my own hair. Like, that's really
Right.
what we're talking about right now. Like, washing our hair.
You are the most low maintenance, high maintenance person I've ever met in my life.
Me too.
Like, you will pay a lot of money
Yeah.
to not do anything to yourself
Yes.
so you can wake up and just go.
Yeah.
For me, I'm like, well, I'm not spending that much money to have someone wash my hair when I can do it myself. It might take me 2 hours. I've got so much. I have to blow dry it and straighten it and curl it. Whatever. I'm saving money.
But listen, I think this is what you're not understanding. Like, you thought the same exact thing about, like, well, we're just going to sleep there. Like, all we do is sleep there. Who knows? Start getting your hair
True.
blown out. It'll be the best thing that ever happened to you. It's so time-saving. Time is money.
I knew you were going to say that. Time is money.
It
Which
is.
actually I do agree, and I am starting to take some tips from you in that sense. However, I don't wash my hair that often. If I got to take an extra hour and a half, one day a week
Oh my
to do
God.
my hair, I'm going to do it.
What about your brows and lashes?
Yeah. Well, I have to fill in my eyebrows every day.
Oh, God.
It's very strange. So my hair is dark. It's like a darkish, reddish, brownish. I don't even know what the hell my hair color is. I've never dyed it before. Hence why I don't have to go to the hairdresser ever, because I don't dye my hair. I don't cut my hair. I never have to go to a hairdresser.
Well, but like you could be going to a hairdresser to dye your brows so you don't have to sit in front of the mirror and fill your fucking brows in every day.
So this is where it's weird. My eyebrows are a lot lighter than my hair, so I have to fill them in every day. But whatever, it's an extra 5 minutes of my day.
And I think you need to tell the people that this is like one thing you do religiously. Like it is like, I'll be like, Bridget, like, I don't know, like let's like go just like get coffee. Well, I have to fill my brows in. Well, get your fucking brows microbladed so we can get the show on the fucking road.
This takes me back to when we were in LA. So again, reverting back to our last episode, we talked about the differences in our travels. For me, when I'm in a hotel, you take the plastic cup that they give you with the coffee mug next to the ice maker. You go into the sink in the bathroom, fill it up, you chug it. If you keep yourself hydrated. Betsy rather spend $15 on the bottle of water that's there. So literally while we were in LA, we woke up in the morning and she's like, I know it's $15, but I don't care. I'm so thirsty. And I was like, oh, well, I was smart last night and already filled up my plastic cup.
It was your old margarita cup.
Yeah.
Like that's like what a degenerate you are. It wasn't even a new cup. You like rinsed out your margarita cup and filled it up with fucking water, you creep.
Well, I did, and it worked. So our friend Shelby's with us, and she's like, wait, this is the epitome of what you two are. We need to take a photo. Mind you, we just woke up, no makeup on, in my pajamas. She's like, let's take a photo. I'm like, well, yeah, I don't even have my eyebrows on.
I don't even have my eyebrows on. You're a freak. You're such a creep.
Okay, well,
so there's something you can do about that. I'm saying go get them filled in. You can get them microbladed.
Microbladed! It costs like $500, $600 to get your eyebrows microbladed.
It saves you
a
whole bunch of time.
I don't know. That just seems crazy to me. To get my eyebrows done for like $half$1,000.
It is $half$1,000 actually.
I know. It just seems crazy to me.
All right. But, okay, let's talk about our lashes. Because you were very concerned about your lashes.
Yes, because I like to have long eyelashes. So it's great. I go to Walmart. I go to CVS. You can get a pack of 5 strip eyelashes for about $8.99. Then you can get a little glue thing for $1.99. So what I do is I pull them off.
Only the best for you.
Yeah. Just pull them off in the morning. Put a little glue on there. Stick them on the eyelash. Good as new. I'm supermodel ready to go.
I can't, like, I really think that has to hurt the integrity of your natural lashes. That cannot be good.
No, they're great. My natural eyelashes are great. They're just light. Once again, I don't understand. My eyebrows, my eyelashes are very light compared to my head. So I'm like, well, I'll just get like long, dark eyelashes to glue on, and I'll fill in my eyebrows. Speaking of, you're like, oh, it can't be good on your natural eyelashes. You get like extensions on yours.
I do, but it's time. It saves a whole lot of time. I wake up, I got lashes on.
Every
day. Every day.
Well, I know. When we are staying together, I get concerned when you're like, okay, well, I'm just going to go in the bathroom and do some things. Like, well, can I go first? Because really all you do is brush your teeth and you're ready to go. I've got to like fill in my eyebrows. I got to glue on my lashes. I need an extra 15 minutes.
See, none of this is making sense to me. This is why we're so different. Because like it doesn't even make sense that you could do all of these things to save yourself a whole bunch of time, but no, you want to spend 7 hours in the fucking bathroom every goddamn day.
That's like
every day.
That's a little dramatic, but I will say I also do like to wear makeup. Like I typically wear lipstick everywhere I go.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I'll put a little, put a little concealer on. But again, I'm on a budget, so I will get my makeup from Walmart, CVS, Target, anywhere. I mean, it doesn't cost me a lot.
Are you on a budget when we go to a fancy restaurant and you order like a $75 like glass of wine? Because you don't seem like you're on a budget then.
I know, it is weird. When it comes to like alcohol and good food, I'm like, what, $300? Sure, my stomach and my taste buds will be dancing around. They'll be so happy.
Yeah, but you don't care about your brows. You want to fill those shits in every day.
Yeah, and I don't care about like my face, whatever. I'll get the Target stuff. It works just as well as
your priorities are very screwed up. I think we need to discuss this out there.
And like we've learned this on vacation, but just in everyday life as well, especially when we're in the sun, you will put on like sunscreen over your whole body. And I'm like, well, what? I want to get tan, so I'm just not going to put it on. And you're like, well, you're going to age horribly. And I'm like, well, I'd rather look good now than have to worry about what I'm going to look like at 50. Like, so you like do that, you get facials. Like, I don't do any of that shit.
I know, and I'm really thinking all of this time we've spent together has not paid off. Because, like, the fact that you still don't wear sunscreen is just, like, appalling for a woman of your age.
I will say, my foundation that I did get at Ulta Beauty, which is a little bit more high-end than my typical CVS Walmart trip, It has SPF 50 in it. So I'll rub that on a little bit, and I'm like, well, I'm good to go. But then my face is always so white compared to my body, so then I decide to take that off. So the other day I'm like, my nose is a little burnt. She's like, don't complain to me.
Don't complain to me. That's what you get. God, there are so many things I have to say to you off air. There are so many things I still want to help you with.
But you also spend so much money on facials. What does that do for you?
Do you see this face? Is this the face of a mid-30s woman? No.
No, it's not.
That's why. Facials.
Well, do you think I look old? I mean, I recently turned 30. Am I looking 30? Do I still look like I passed for my 20s? Am I looking...
Let's leave that to the listeners.
Oh my God, you asshole. I mean, that's your way of saying, yeah, you kind of do look old. That was totally your way of saying that. Do I got crow's feet? Is that what it is?
I get my crow's feet taken care of.
Is it the extra freckles I got from the sun?
Well, that's why you should be wearing sunscreen for the freckles. But no, that's not why. You cover your freckles up with makeup every day. Let's keep it moving.
Okay.
Let's keep it moving. What about accessories? Actually, my favorite thing to talk to you about are your accessories. Normally, on a day like today, you don't wear anything.
No, I don't wear jewelry.
But on special occasions, you wear jewelry. For example, when Rob was taking photos of you for our picture day at work,
yeah,
you decided to throw in your dangly Browns earrings.
Betsy,
where did you purchase those? Where does somebody buy, dangly Browns earrings with, Browns helmets on them? Where'd you buy those? I'm actually very curious.
I actually think I got them as a gift, and it was one of the best gifts I've ever received. I think it was from my mom or my aunt or something, and they're like, yeah, we know you're a big Browns fan. We figured on some days you have Browns events, you're just not going to a game, you would really like these. Well, I do, and I have them only for special occasions, aka Browns events, Browns game days, and picture day. But Betsy, I was wearing a little orange dress that it matched.
Okay, so yeah, Mom, just in case, my Browns scarf, my Browns beads, my Browns rhinestone encrusted jacket with my fancy Browns leggings, and they're not Browns boots, but they're brown and orange. Just in case that wasn't enough, throw in the earrings. Just let them know.
That was the only thing I was missing.
You're sick. Sick.
And now I have them. So, taking it back to picture day.
You're so fucking
Betsy walks in
weird.
and she's like, why are you all dressed up? You got your hair done. I'm like, well, Rob Lorenzo's taking my photos today. I gotta look good. And she's like, oh, okay, great. So then she sits behind me and I turn around, I'm talking to her, having a serious conversation, and she stops me and says, well, hold on a minute. What do you have going on in those ears of yours? And I was like, oh, well, don't they match? And she couldn't get over it. She was like, what? No, why do you own those? Why are you wearing them? And why did you think it was a good idea to wear them on picture day? People are going to see those. I'm like, well, that's the point. That is the point. I work for ESPN in Cleveland, the Cleveland Browns. My picture's going to be on ESPN Cleveland website. Show them I'm a fan.
There's nothing for me to even say. I think that, but that's why I like you. Do you have Valentine's Day earrings?
Yes.
Oh, duh. Mother's Day? Do you have Mother's Day earrings?
No, I don't have Mother's Day earrings. I mean, of course I have St. Patrick's Day earrings.
Well,
got Christmas earrings.
Obviously, you have Indians earrings. Are they bats? What are those?
No, they're baseballs.
Oh.
They're baseballs. It actually goes a red bead, a baseball, and a blue bead. Indians colors. Yeah. And then I also have Halloween ones.
Yeah,
little pumpkins.
obviously. Thanksgiving turkeys.
No, I don't have those. I need to add that to the list.
I can help you out with those. I'm sure.
I used to have Buckeye earrings.
Yeah,
lost one. Ugh, the worst. I know. I'm not a big OSU fan either. I think that was they're teaching me no, you're not a real fan. You don't need to wear the earrings.
All right, so those are the only accessories you wear.
Right, but then Betsy, there's you who I mean, one of the first big purchases I've ever witnessed you make were the earrings that you have in your ears, and I will give it to you. You wear them every day.
Every day.
So I feel like you got your money's worth.
Yeah.
But they're literally are those clothespins? Is that what you call them?
Safety pins.
Safety pins. They're gold safety pins in her ears that cost $700, and I'm like, who is this girl that I'm friends with, and why is she spending $700 on safety pins to put in her earlobe? But you wear them every day.
I do wear them they're a classic piece. See, I am more of a classic gal. I like to wear very just classic pieces. They're gold, they're diamonds, they're just whatever.
And you wear them all day, every day. Even when we go to the pool and we're in our bathing suits, you still got the jewels on.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, going back to when we put on
Yeah.
bathing suits, you're like ready to go. I'm like, hold on, I gotta take a body shower because I gotta shave my legs,
Oh my
shave
God.
other areas before we go. And you're like, bitch, get yourself waxed.
What is the purpose of doing this all on your own? Who are you trying to prove some shit to? Like, you can go to the spa, get all the shit done, and then you walk out the room, and you're fine. You don't have to do
Well,
all this.
first of all-
razor burn, all of this like crazy shit.
Well, why would I want to, again, pay money to be tortured? Waxing does not seem like a pleasant experience.
Have you ever been waxed?
No. 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 That literally
Wow.
sounds like torture.
Can I explain to you what goes on in the wax room?
Yeah, you're probably not going to convince me to go get it done. That's
well,
for sure.
I'm not, but I just feel like you should know this,
Okay,
and I think
give it to
people
me.
should know this. So when I go in to get a wax, I get a Brazilian wax because I just don't want to deal with any funny business.
That's like everything, right?
everything.
Like you're
But I don't think you know
naked
everything.
baby down there.
I don't think, yeah, like, well, we don't need to talk about that, but we'll just
Okay.
discuss, like, what actually happens during this Brazilian wax, because I think it'll paint a really nice photo for you. So you go in, and, you know, it's just like casual discussion. It's like, hey, Olga, how are you? That's my girl's name. She's the best.
Sounds about right.
Yes. So go in, she starts and she's always telling me your bullshit. Her husband's like a piece of shit. It's like this whole thing. So she just like gets right to talking because it's awkward. Your vagina is out there. It's just out. Like, and
What do you
she's,
do? Are you like just spread eagle?
oh yeah, oh, not only are you spread eagle. So
Oh my
you
God.
start off spread eagle, but then she's like, hey, would you mind putting your foot touching your what's this called? Your calf. So your leg is kind of like in like a triangle, you know. So then she gets that side, then she does the other side, and you're doing all these positions. You're basically in a pretzel by the fucking end of it.
You gotta
You're
be
like,
pretty flexible to get this done. It seems like.
it's really something. And she'll be like, okay, now get in this position, and then the final position
Oh, God.
is really the position. You're on your stomach, and she'll say, can you spread your butt cheeks apart?
What?
Oh, she gets it all.
Wait, you do it with your own hands? You
You
spread them
have
apart?
to. Yeah,
No.
you have to.
Okay, wait, do you like bend your leg like a little frog to like help that and then you spread them?
No, like you're basically laying on your stomach and your legs are kind of like not parallel. They're kind of like a little bit further apart. And she'll just be like, can you just hold your butt cheeks? And then you hold your butt cheeks and continue the conversation about her husband being a piece of shit.
And she just waxes away.
Waxes away.
Yeah, that isn't convincing me to go get a wax. I'd rather just take my little Bic razor and go to town.
And you're sick. And you were just, I mean, I know you're making fun of me for getting this like weird ass cheek spreading wax, but you're using a fucking Bic razor. That's
I
horrifying.
mean, and not always Bic, it's just whatever's cheapest at the store. Sometimes Bic isn't the cheapest. I don't know.
Bic's always the cheapest.
I mean, sometimes I get them like for like males' faces. And I'm like, well, if they're putting that in their face, I think like my bikini area, I can handle it.
I mean, there are so many other options for you.
What other options besides getting
I
waxed?
mean, laser.
I heard is even more painful than waxing.
Laser, you could get sugared. I used to get sugared. I
know
love
what that
getting
means.
sugared. It's not waxing, but it's something like there's so many options. Like the Bic razor is like the furthest thing from like the century that we're in.
It's worked for me for the last
Has
25
it?
years, so. Well, okay, the only time it doesn't work as well is when it comes to summertime
Yep.
and I'm constantly in a bikini, so I have to shave a little bit more often. Well, yeah, then it's like not as pleasant of experience, but
I've lived a lot longer than you. I'm trying to let you in on some of these key points that will make your life easier, and you do not want to take them. You are doing the complete opposite. And I don't understand why. I'm just trying to like put you on, and you're not.
I think the waxing is the furthest I'm gonna be. That just seems like a
You're
lot.
just never
like
doing it.
I would get like microblading done before
Okay.
waxing. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Like Too Short was like, we're gonna be creative and say shake that monkey, and we just named the vagina a monkey. No reason why. That's just what we named it.
I don't know. I feel uncomfortable when you say things like that because like in real life you say like golly gee whiz like you like don't yes the fuck you do you know you do.
I say,
like,
oh my goodness.
oh my goodness no but like you do a lot of it and then you're saying like put your hand on your clit and show them that you're the baddest bitch like what huh can you not
Well, I know, but
your
I thought
mother would be very upset.
I feel like she's heard me rap these things, and she does. She's like, Bridget Kathleen Linton. I'm like, okay, Mom, I'm just rapping. I don't know what half of it means. And I'm saying shake that monkey. It's like an animal. I'm like, I don't know.
You're so fucking weird. Can we move on?
So
Can we-
anyways, I'm calling it that from now on. Instead of saying a vagina.
all right, speaking of covering your vagina,
Monkey.
the reason that you needed to do that is because you brought several going out dresses. And when I say several, I mean like you probably brought 10 Vegas dresses.
But they're so small, you can pack some money in a suitcase.
And so were underwear, but you didn't do that.
True, I will say that. So we get to Vegas, and Betsy said, well, what are you planning on wearing tonight? I'm like, well, I've got options. And I'm laying them all out. She's like, oh, wow, okay, okay. Where all these come from? I'm like, oh, like college days back, 2012. Saved them. I knew they'd come in handy someday.
Literally every dress that Bridget brought was from another fucking century.
Well, mainly
They were.
Yeah.
They were all from
college. Okay, so I'm going to take it back. When I would go out in college, so on Thursdays, it was 18 and up. So basically my shopping started when I was 18 for going out dresses. Typically Forever 21, Charlotte Russe, Sweat Seal, the typical stores.
The usuals.
Yeah, you can get a dress for $10. You think we're balling on a budget now. Broke in college. So I'm like, well, I can't wear the same dress 2 weeks in a row. So you'd go and get a new one every week that you would go out for $10. And so these are like, well, I thought they were just cheap little materials you wear one time, but here I am 12 years later still rocking them.
I mean that is just shocking in and of itself, the whole thing. Like, I don't...
Well, I agree.
You're so proud of it.
Well, I actually am. Number one, because I tell people that, and they're like, whoa, wow, that's crazy that you can still fit into something from 12 years ago. Like, well, it fits a little tighter, but it zips.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, the fact that you can fit into it, yes, it's amazing. They're all spandex. Every single one is like
bandage dresses.
Bandage. Every single one. And so there's this one that Bridget really wants to wear.
Oh.
So bad. Every time we go anywhere, she brings this dress, and it's shockingly orange and beige, her favorite colors, to represent the Browns. And she tries to wear this dress no matter where we go. And every time I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Like,
why don't you like it?
I don't like it.
Why?
It's just awful.
No, it's like
It's
not.
all, yes, it is.
You know what? So you think that you like fancy things. All the dresses, so I tried on 2 different dresses for Betsy in Vegas. I'm like, okay, well, what about this like blue one? And I thought it was a 2012 dress. And I look, I'm like, well, there's still a tag on it. I'm like, I think I bought this for like a prior Vegas trip, which I went to 2 years prior. And it wasn't cheap. And you were like, I actually like your leopard one. I'm like, you want the 2012 Forever 21 dress.
2012 special. Bridget's favorite.
Mm-hmm. You picked that one. So every time I bring this orange and beige bandage dress, little one shoulder action, every time. And she's always like, no, that one's from BB. That one was like from my pageant days. Like, that's a legit one. You always choose the Wet Seal, Charlotte Russe, Forever 21 dress. So I think that you think you have fancy style.
I'm a little trashy at heart. I will say I did at one point have a nipple piercing. So that's
white
like
trash party over here. But then we go out, so I'm like trying on all my like, little skimpy dresses from 2012. Betsy's like, okay, well, if you're, that one. And then I'm like, well, what are you wearing? And she's like, well, I have this one from Skims, or I'm going to wear these like fancy jeans with my $1,200 heels. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I'm wearing this.
What's the most expensive pair of shoes you own?
I mean, they're definitely one of my many tennis shoes. I think the most
that is where you spend money. That is where you do not spare any expense. Like, it is whatever tennis shoes you want, you buy.
Yeah. I think my first like big one are actually the shoes I'm wearing right now. They're my Jungle Leopard Nikes.
I do like those ones.
Air Maxes. And I think they're over $200, and that was like my first big purchase, but then it's a habit. Once you buy one, and you're like, oh, these are so amazing, I just keep buying, and I buy, and I buy.
Yeah.
So that's why I get my makeup from CVS. That's why I don't get my eyebrows microbladed, because all my money goes to my tennis shoes. Because guess what? I'm a tall lady. I don't need fancy heels.
I think that is your priority, and I totally understand that. On the other hand, I actually have found, like, there was a point in my life where I tried to buy, like, super expensive shoes. And most of those shoes are for people with narrow feet. And I had to learn it the hard way. I do not have narrow feet. They don't work for me. So I had to stop with like the $2,500.
Well, I actually do have narrow feet. And there are certain times where I will wear heels. For instance, when I'm wearing my 2012 going out dresses. I mean, they're going to look stupid with tennis shoes. I can't be a sneakerhead and wear a Forever 21 dress. It just doesn't make sense. So I'm going to have to wear heels. I'm just going to accept the fact that I'm going to be like LeBron James walking in. I'm going to be 6'6" tall. It's fine.
Who cares?
But I like don't like to expose my toes a lot.
Why?
Because my toes are as long as Copley Road. Yeah. If you guys are not from the Akron area, well, let's just say Copley Road is pretty long. So I just got a long body. I've got long limbs, I've got long fingers, and my toes are pretty long. I'm a little self-conscious about them. I don't like to expose the toes a lot.
So actually, funny, because recently you've started, like, I know you've always felt like a little insecure about your toes, but just more so recently you're like, well, I'm going to put my foot out here so my toes aren't in the photo. Like, you're very specific about your toe placement.
Well, because one of our dear friends was making fun of someone else and used that line, yeah, I don't know why, like, this girl is gorgeous, but her toes are as long as Copley Road. And you two are going back and forth like, oh my God, they are. And I'm looking at this photo. I'm like, you guys, that's what my toes look like. So now I'm like, okay, well, if they're making fun of this girl with her toes exposed that look exactly like mine, I'm going to cover mine up in all the photos from here on out.
And you sure have. You have been very diligent about covering your feet.
And that's another thing where I save money on. I don't get pedicures often because my toes are always covered because I'm always wearing awesome sneakers. Why would I need them done?
I think that's irresponsible.
Why is that irresponsible?
Because I feel like your toes are such, like, that's how you know if somebody really, like, takes care of themselves.
But then people don't see them.
But they would if you felt more confident. Maybe you'd feel more confident if you got a fucking pedicure.
No, well, not really, because I got a pedicure before our trip. That's the only time I get pedicures. If I know I'm going to be outdoors wearing flip-flops or heels with open toes, I'm like, all right, I have to get a pedicure because they're going to be seen. They're still not going to look great, but they're going to look better than what they normally do. And I'm still self-conscious even when they're freshly pedicured. So I'm like, I just don't need to do that. Why would I spend so much money every month to get a pedicure when no one's going to see them except me?
I mean, I think you can go every 5 weeks to get a pedicure.
No.
It's not that much.
I go like twice a year.
You do not.
Yeah, huh? I don't get them in the winter. Why would I get them in the winter? You get them in the winter?
Yes.
Why?
Most people get them in the winter.
Why? No one sees your feet.
Well, it's not about other people. It's about me and feeling good about my feet.
So, like, it makes you feel good. Like, in the shower, you look down at your feet, like, oh,
yeah,
my little toesies look so good.
I actually do. I look down at my feet all the time and say, wow, I have cute little feet.
I look down at my feet all the time and say, man, just when you think you got it all, you don't. You don't.
Can't have it all.
You know?
You really can't. I mean, you really can't. If that's your number one insecurity, things are going pretty good for you.
I mean, I have plenty of others, but yeah, if I had to pick the ugliest part of myself, it's definitely my toes.
Really?
Yeah, what's yours?
Oh, I was going to say I was thinking of other ones.
Of me? On me? You asshole, what? What's the ugliest part of me? You're actually not.
No, I actually was fucking joking.
No, you didn't. It was a word vomit. It came out, and now
I don't have word vomit. I'm not. You have word vomit. I know everything I'm about to say. It's very calculated. I was joking. I do think your toes are not bad, by the way. I just think that's, like, silly.
They're just long. I mean, some people are into long toes. I don't know, hopefully, maybe.
Have you ever watched a foot job?
No, what's that?
Oh, you should. You should watch somebody give
what's a foot job? Like a nose job, but done to your feet? What are they gonna do? Chop off my toes and make them smaller? You know what? You know what I gotta say is my feet might not be the most attractive, but they're talented. My.
Well, you don't even know what a fucking foot job is?
No. Foot. No. Wait, is this sexual? Oh god. I went nose job and you're talking
like a hand job, but a foot job.
No,
Yeah.
Betsy, no.
Like this.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's not a thing.
Yeah, it's totally
Oh
a
my
thing.
god, I'm so
You've
uncomfortable.
never had somebody ask you?
No one is ever. God, see, oh my god, my mind's going to, like, everything else but something sexual.
Well, you have very talented feet, for sure, so.
Oh, well, I do.
Wow.
They can do some tricks with Irish dancing.
Okay, why don't we just...
Irish dancing, you guys. Irish dancing. I can go up on my toes really high.
Oh my
My
God.
feet can move crazy fast. I can click my heels.
All right, nothing that you're saying is helping. Like, it's like you're, like, digging. It's just getting, like, worse and worse.
I'm gonna go to these DMs like, hey, long toes, can I get a foot job? Ew, that's sick. Oh my god, ew, that's sick. I'd rather rap Shake That Monkey all day.
Okay. All right, well, why don't we regroup? You can get back to us on if you can perform foot jobs with those fancy footwork feet that you have over there.
Well, I don't think I'm going to be trying anytime soon, but maybe if I get more pedicures and feel a little bit more confident in my feet, who knows? Because clearly I need to find ways to make money over here if I'm going to be traveling with this one over here.
We need to replenish, for sure. So let's replenish, let's get to work, figure out what we can do to make a little extra money, and get back out there on vacation.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers.